Hello and welcome along and welcome back to This Is Island. Today it is the first day of summer. We are currently sorting out our straw for our horses. In fact, all our animals need some work today. So basically, I think our cows just need water and straw. Our horses are in need of water, straw, and hay. So we're going to bring some hay. We're going to bring a bale of hay down here in a little bit. And our there we go. And our sheep are in need of well, they're not in need. They're all in orange on everything. So as we're doing the other animals, we might as well do these ones. Let's see if we can get this to activate. Have we got... we've got no straw in here. So we're going to take this up to the main farm, then get this refilled because we've run out. And then, yeah, we'll bring it back down. So here we are in the yard. We've got all of our round bales down here. Now, I'm kind of just storing our round bales up here because it kind of just makes sense to me. We've not really got any way of loading them up down at the other end. So, really, it's just a case of coming up here occasionally to get a round bale or two. The other thing, changing tacks a little bit, the other thing that we need to do today, looking at our sprayer there, is we need to get that moving. We still have a couple of fields that are in need of spraying. Some of our fields are actually getting fairly close to harvest at the moment. And we need to, I mean, even though it's the first day of summer, I think we're going to end up, certainly our wheat crop, harvesting that sort of fifth day of summer, which is, you know, which is not that far away at this point. But what it does mean, actually that one over there, what it does mean is that we're going to be in a position where some of our crop isn't going to be fully fertilized. We're looking at some of our fields. It is a case that they are not quite there. So what I'm going to do is the next couple of days we're going to be getting our sprayer out with the herbicide because we do have. That's not going to work. Right, let's back off this. Get this lined up in the right place. We're going to spray with herbicide because what that will do is allow us to get another spray of fertilizer, especially on those fields that are getting very close to being ready. And as a result, we should be able to get the most out of our crops and be able to actually get somewhere with them. Now we're going to leave this here. We're going to have to bring this tractor back up here later. Did that go in? Yes, it did. There we go. We're going to have to bring this tractor back up here later because I want to pick up... well, we need to pick up a hay bale. And the best way for us to do that is there's a piece of equipment that we've got for this tractor in the other shed that will allow us to collect bales and bring them down to our shed. So we're gonna use that, utilize that. But first, as I said, we need to go and spread this straw so that our horses have some bedding. Here we are back at the yard, and there are our horses looking nice and healthy. We will stop off as we go around this time, which I didn't do last time, and just open up the water valve because their water is looking very low. So open that up, and that will then give them some water, which is perfect. And then we'll go around the other side and we will spray this. Yeah, you see there, it's already saying it can go. So let's turn this on. And that does a grand job of that. Perfect, that is all done. Let's go and put this away, and you can see we still have 60% of the straw, so that's why I wasn't worried too much about bringing stuff down here. As I said, we are going to now take this tractor back up to the other yard. I would like to bring probably, well, at least one hay bale up here. And we've got a bale spike, a rear mounted bale spike for this, I think, up at the farm. So we'll see if we can do that. If not, I think I've got a couple of mods that will do the job as well. A rear-mounted, you know, having a rear-mounted bale spike around here would be really useful. So, yeah, let's head back up to the yard with this. And we're going to go and deal with our sheep. And in dealing with our sheep, we should be able to get ourselves a hay bale for the horses. Alright, back once again to the yard, this time without our straw blower. And in this shed here, you guys may remember from last time, we saw that piece of equipment there. Now this is a set of rear forks. Now I don't know if I can customize these to also be a set of bale spikes. If not, then what I might do is we can get some from the shop. We can't do it today though, because as you see, we've only got £166. Interesting thing about that though is that is almost all from the horses. So our horses actually keep us afloat. They actually pay for the farm at the moment, which is really good. They allow the farm to tick over. Let's have a look. Yes, it is a bale spike, so we can customize this. We can go pallets, forks, or round bales. Actually, a round bale one would be useful if we were getting the round bales, but I think we want to take the spikes. There we go. We'll take the fork, so customize that. Does not cost us anything to change that over. What we might want to do, well, no, actually, I think we're going to be using this more than we're going to use the forks anymore. So that'd be good. So we're going to hook this up to this, and then leave this tractor here. So we'll turn this off, because we are heading over this way, and we want to get the bale spiked Massey Ferguson here, and we're going to go and feed our sheep. Now our sheep, as I said, our sheep are not completely empty on food and stuff. They need a clean up, so we're going to drop this off almost immediately and grab our bucket. But they could do with just topping up with their feed. And the advantage to this is it means in a couple of days, when we're in a position where we've planted everything we can plant, because next game day we don't want to be worrying about the animals as we've got to plant our corn. We'll be in a position where we can just deal with all our animals again, and then they're done, and it's all good. Now I want to take my first bale off the top of here, because we have an odd number of bales there. So let's take the first bale off the top of there. Oop, caught that a little bit. There we go. That's good. Oh, it's a little bit high on that, but that's otherwise okay. So take our hay bale out. And over here, you can see the area where where they've been eating. Oh yes, before we do this, I said we need to get the bucket, don't we, and clean this up. So this is going to be, what I'll do is I'll actually leave, rather than us having to go back and forward, leave that there. We'll go and get the bucket, clean this up, and it should save us a trip overall, I think. Although I'm not sure, actually. We have our water tank there, actually. We could sell that and make a little bit of money. I wonder how much that's worth, especially compared to how much was originally paid for it. It has been sitting there a while, but it is grossly unused at the moment, because we have water piped directly to our cow fields. So, yeah, I'm not sure there is much use to that at the moment. Now, we are going to have to take this bucket out of here at some point, because we're going to be doing some silage this year. I have discovered, so lots of people after last time we discovered that there was no grass in the fields, in our grass fields. A lot of people did say to me, oh, that's something that happens with seasons. If you cut late in seasons, you don't get grass until midsummer. And to be perfectly honest, yes, that appears to be true. We have, if we look at our fields and we turn on the grass and have a look. Yes, look, field 31, field 32, and field 23 all sitting there with grass. I never realised Field 14 was as huge as it is. 521,000, but that would be massively worth it. If you want to do grass on here and want to do that kind of stuff on here, it is an amazing map for that. A true Irish silage map, this. You could make a whole lot of money, and that's partly why we're looking at doing more silage on here at the moment than we have done before, because it is a cracking silage map. Right, we want to go and put the bucket back. Now, one of the things I've always wondered is, can I get this and drop this in such a way? Thank you, sheep, because I was about to drop that on your head. Drop that there. So drop that in the bucket. Connect up to... Look at that. Oh, no. I connected to the wrong thing. Never mind. Right, we are going to drop this here. We are going to have to make an extra trip because we do have to go and get another pair of hay bales, because that's what we want to take down to the horses. But yeah, that should have done well. I think we are now up to with our sheep. Yeah, they just need the water. They got plenty of grass and hay, and are properly cleaned. So they just need their water now. So we'll do that on the way out. We'll go and turn the dial in the pond and pump some of the pond water over here. They drink more water in the summer months because it's all hot. They have been nicely sheared. I don't think we got a lot of wool off them this year, strangely. I think we probably need to increase the size of our sheep herd in order to do that. It's I think we could take up to 500 here, and I think we only have about 100 sheep. They are the Dorsets, which I think are the best wool producers in seasons, but yeah, so we'll take this back and we'll head over to here and just do this quickly. Open up this valve. There we go. Right, so that's done. Yeah, all of our fields I think are in need of one more level of fertilizer at least. A couple of our fields could do with a little bit more than that, but yeah, certainly our big field 38 I really want to get, sorry, 33 I really want to get maximum fertilization on that, because I think we've lost nearly a third of the field to various bits that have caused issues. So yeah, that's not good. Right, let's put this down here, and then we can go and put this piece of equipment away. Like so, there we are. And we'll just park this over here. No, we don't need this again today, so we'll go park this back in the shed. We've got our silage equipment still sitting out here. I don't think we've actually got any use for it for a little while. Midsummer, I think. Midsummer is when we need to sell the soybeans we've got. So we will have a load of income coming in. We've not got any soybeans on the map. Let's just double check this. So soybeans, yeah, we only have 25,000 litres. We've got as many oats as we've got soybeans. But we need to sell those at... where are we? Soybeans, there we go. Yeah, 2 more days. So when we go and plant our corn, we also need to sell our soybeans. And get that done at that point. And that will work really well for us. So let's have a look and see if we can get these 2 bales spiked. Right. So we can drop this right down. And doing that should give us... Let's go in cab, because I think, yeah, we can line this up better if we go in cab. Perfect. This is going to be a really useful tool for doing stuff with our horses. We can't angle it at all. It just goes up and down. So we need to be careful while we're transporting. And it doesn't get them massively far off the ground, but it should be enough for us to transport. Oh, wow. To transport them back. But we are going to have to go slowly. Because that does, it does lift the, it does push the tractor back a bit. And as a result, they do sometimes catch the ground if you go too fast and you bounce. So, yeah, we need to be careful. It's going to be a slow old trip back. So, yeah, let's head down there and get the horses some feed. And there we are. That has got our 2 hay bales back, nice and safe. There's 1 or 2 places where it was a little bit bumpy, but otherwise good. I'm looking at the trees around here and actually going, right, we're in a position now where we've got this paddock full. We want to look at adding another paddock. Now, I can't actually mark it out at the moment, but we do have plenty of trees here. So this is immediately going to disappear one of these, I think. Or at the very least, it's taken a load off one of them. I would guess the top one is no longer as high capacity as it was. No, about half of it's gone, so that is perfect. So we'll take this and we'll go and put these in the sheds. So if it rains, they don't diminish, which will be good. So squeeze that round. There we go. Absolutely perfect. And we're going to head over and just park this in the shed. Like so. There we are. Whoa! That actually works to our advantage. Because now we only have to lift 1 bale at a time and we can push both of them in. Not what I was not how I was planning to do it at all, of course. But yeah. Having the bales like that is actually really useful to us. I don't think... Yeah, it doesn't raise... It might raise enough for us to pick a top bale off. Yeah, it's a good question, that. But what we're going to do is we'll drop that right down. We're going to disconnect it. And that way our tractor keeps nice and clear for whatever job we want to use it for next. This shed, perfect for what we're doing down here now. Absolutely love that. That works so very well. We might need to cut that branch that's coming into the shed away. But otherwise, that's really good. So that is our horses dealt with for today, and our sheep. So if we have a look down here, yep, our horses could possibly do with the top of our boats. But I'm not worried about that at the moment. Sheep are all done. Time to head over and check out our cows, which are in need of quite a few bits and pieces. So here we are. We are down here. I think we got some total mixed ration in here. So we'll hook this up. We'll do the same thing as we did last time. So we'll hook this up. And at the same time, what we're going to do is we're going to run through and clean it a little bit. Hopefully we'll be a little bit more successful this time. I think we're in a position actually where whatever we have in the front, in the bucket, we won't be able to step in because the cows are basically just eating the total mixed ration at the moment. So we want to do that. Yeah, our manure is coming along nicely. At some point we want to transfer that down to the main farm. I'm not going to worry until that's fairly full, to be honest. Right, let's avoid a bit here, and then we can unload some TMR. At the same time, while we're driving along, we can do that. In fact, there we go. They are happy. We are okay with this. Yeah, so we got 400. Wow, we got 444 litres of silage. How are we for our mix? So our mix is pretty good. It could actually do with, thankfully, a little bit of silage. I want to check our cows. Our cows are good for their total mixed ration, so that's all good. And on the way past, we'll just open up their water valve as well. So that will then sort their water out. And head back around here. And this is the trick with the animals and seasons. Is those days where you can do as much with them as possible, do as much as you can. Because then you're in a position where you then get really busy and you no longer have that problem. You no longer have to worry about how am I going to get the cows fed when I've got all this harvesting to do, which is a situation we are very likely to be in. But hopefully we've staggered our seeding well enough that will prevent a problem with that. There we go. So we put that in there. That will go into the total mixed ration mix. And just actually keeps the silage component of that nice and big. And in fact, we still have more hay in here than silage. And that's a huge advantage at the moment. Is having more hay in the mix than silage, because it means that all the silage that we put in just goes in. It doesn't cause us an issue with our mix, other than enriching it with more silage. Of course, in real life, you wouldn't do that. That would probably what the leftover would probably be just treated as muck, I think. I don't know. Right, we have 4,000 litres of straw in here, so we can go and put that. We can go and do that in there as well. So let's hook this trailer up. Oh, no, there, all done. And away we go. And yeah, this little class tractor down here has been absolutely useful. Really good choice of tractor to have down here. And it just means that we're in a position where we're not having to move machinery between our different yards in order to keep things going. The old Ford being perfect for the little stuff we need to do with our horses, and this being perfect for most of the stuff we need to do with the cows, to be honest. Right, let's get that up and blowing. Yep, that is good. We'll close this gate because we're not coming back through that. We've got a cow looking at our straw blower. Right, and they are going to take all of that. That's good. Actually, wow, we need more straw. We need to put another bale of straw in here. So we're going to have to go back and do that. So in this case, we need to drop off our trailer. We need to go and switch our bucket over to the... oh, where is it? There it is. To the bale spike. So drop that off. Make sure we have the right thing connected or selected, and drop that off. Grab our bale spike, which is just here. That's one thing I actually do like about the manual attach, is that it's the stuff that you wouldn't attach manually, the stuff that you would drive up to and just hook on, it's fine with. It works absolutely. You can do that. I'm trying to remember. There was one example of something that should be an automatic attach that wasn't. Oh yeah, it's trailers in general. So I'll just hop out of the tractor and show you what I mean. So in general, that bull there, that should be a manual attach. Same with this here. Both those you can see you got a lever there and you got a thing there. But there are some tractors that have hooks down there that drop down and open up. Those should be an automatic attach. And I don't actually, thinking about that, I'm not exactly sure how you would achieve that. That would be difficult. Because you wouldn't necessarily know the difference in attachment. So yeah. But yeah, lots of people have said to me, "Oh, the manual attach isn't that realistic because it doesn't attach." You should have auto attach for trailers. Most trailers do it that. They do if they're not a ball attach. And that's the thing. That bottom one on here definitely attaches via a ball. So as a result, that would be a manual attach in that case. Interestingly. There we go. I'm looking forward to our cows starting to produce milk because we have a lot of cows. And that is going to be really good for us. Again, we want to shut this. I'm going to reload this with 2 bales when we come back. When we go back to the yard. Make sure that next time we do this, we have enough bales in there to do it. Hopefully, yeah, that's looking pretty good. Is that going to... Not quite emptying the bale. Okay, we won't put 2 more bales in this. What we'll do is we will wait till next time and then we'll load 2 more bales in. Once we've emptied out this 81 litres of straw that remains in here. That is mildly annoying. I may come back after I finish recording today and just go and top that up so that that is done. But there we go. That is the straw and the cows done. Absolutely perfect. Now, what we have got time for then is to go and give one of our fields a spray. We'll use some fertilizer on it and get that done. We're going to go and do our field. Well, I think either field 21 or field 41 needs doing. I think field 41 is actually further along. So let's head down to our sprayer, which is here. And we've got a little bit of liquid fertilizer left in it. And we're going to need to refill this with liquid fertilizer. So we might as well go and do that. I had parked it there because we needed to... give it a wash, as you can see. But it's good. Now, I completely forgot last time. This has 4-wheel steer. And I'm just going to see if I can work out how to enable it. There we go. 4-wheel steer. We'll be able to turn a lot more sharply now. So that'll be useful. We don't have a lot of money. Is this... This is not going to be enough, is it? Yeah, we ran out of money last time. So 166 literally is how much we have. It is going to give us... Oh, not that much. Okay. Now, I don't want to borrow money if I don't have to. Do we have... So I've got 2 questions then in order to earn money. One, we do not have any milk. We won't get milk for a year. We do get manure and slurry, and I think we might be able to sell the manure. Sheep, wool we have got generating at the moment. We need to look at the price of that. And our horses, I know, will give us some stuff. But, yeah. We've probably got some sheep we can sell as well. Yeah, looking at this, we've got some lambs we can sell. So we need to look at that and see about that. Certainly the males we need to sell. And we need to work out how much those are worth. But yeah, we got a few lambs actually. Looking at this, that's really good news. But yeah, we don't have any income for a couple of days at all. So we'll have to see how far this fertilizer goes. I'm hoping, this being a nice big sprayer, that this is gonna do most of this field. At the moment, because if it doesn't, we are going to be we're going to have to borrow some money to fertilize the stuff. Mind you, 5,000 would not be horrible in order to do that. It would, we would get most of our fields probably fertilized for that. I mean, this did nearly all of that big field, so yeah, I think we're going to be all right. So let's get this open. So unfold. And this is looking quite healthy in here. I think this is canola. It might not be canola, actually. What have we got in here? Let's turn off the grass while we're at it. Field 41, yeah, it is canola. so that's good. We need to... No. Lift that up. Thank you. Right. Now we want to start from here-ish. And away we go. And yeah, it's quite an interesting one, this, in that it does go quite low. That is going down fairly quickly. So we're essentially starting from 0 money next day. I think we should have, based on what happened last time, we should have about £150 come in from doing our horse livery. And that's once we've paid for all of our other stuff, which is pretty cool. I'm actually really okay with that. It means we keep the farm ticking over. Unfortunately, what it does mean is that we are, until we sell our crops later in the year, we are sort of perpetually poor. We do. Yeah, I would like to, as I said, I think I'd like to do something with the forage harvester. I'm tempted, actually. Somebody suggested this. I'm tempted to sell our forage harvester because we'd only use it for about 2 days a year. And for those 2 days a year, hire one of the new ones that come in the class DLC. And I think we might do that. It would reduce our outgoings quite considerably. And as long as we only used it for that day, we would be good. We would be in a really good place. So, yeah, I think we might look at doing that. Yeah, I think it's like 2 or 3 days a year that we use that. And just renting it for that day is probably the most cost-effective way for us to do it. Rather than have that sitting there waiting to be used all year. The same could probably be made, or the same case could probably be made for the combine. Although I kind of like having the combine around, especially as we will get contracts that we can do with the combine, which we won't get with the silage harvester. So it just means that yeah, what we have with the combine sitting there, is actually useful to us, especially when harvest season kicks in and we can go, right, let's grab every harvest that we can and go through them and do them, which we tried to do last year and actually ended up discovering that there weren't that many. But we will see. There we go. That has actually worked an absolute treat. I am very, very pleased with that. We have managed to spray that entire field with less than half than that had. So I'm going to take this actually, and we're going to head up this way while we've still got time and go and have a look at our other fields, because you can see our wheat field over here that we purchased. We have sprayed that once. In fact, wow, both of our wheat fields are now in a position where they are almost ready to be harvested. That is really good news, although obviously we've not managed to get a full set of spray on them. But looking at this field here will take a spray. So we'll have a look. It has had a patch that failed to germinate. So unfold our sprayer, and hopefully 300 litres is going to be enough to do this field. It's a bigger field than the last one. And if it is the case, we may have to borrow some money to refill. Let's give it a go, though. See how far we get on this 300 litres. We'll go once around the edge. Give our headlands a good amount. And I'm really quite pleased with how we're managing on here. We've got like 5 fields now. This is our 2nd year on the map, and we're up to 5 fields. I think it is. It's and by that I mean arable fields. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we are running 5 arable fields. That is a fantastic achievement. That is really good. We're down to 202 litres after 1 row. That does not bode well for us getting this whole field done, unfortunately. And I think I've got myself into a situation. Yeah, that tree is absolutely in the way. Yeah, we need about 2, maybe 3 more rows worth here. And we do not have that at the moment. I don't think. What I do need to check is how much wool we've got. So let's spray this and see how far this goes. I don't want any overlap at all. We are unfortunately going to be spraying this patch, but I see no way around it. Yeah, there we go. 150 litres. We are gonna have about 50 litres left for this entire field. So it's not quite gonna be enough. We're gonna have to refill, and I don't want to refill that much even. I think our best bet is to go up to the shop and just buy 1,000 litres of fertilizer and just dump that in and borrow the money to do it. Yeah, 36 litres. So we're going to pop up to the shop. We're going to grab 1,000 litres of fertilizer. I don't think we really have many more fields that we can spray. Field 34 we will want to once it's done. Let's have a look at our conditions. Yeah, so field 22 is fully done. Field 41 is fully done. Field 34 isn't, but we're about to respray that. And yeah, these 2 fields, our 2 wheat fields, are not. So let's head up to the shop. We're going to grab some fertilizer, and we'll come back. Okay, here we are. Let's borrow 5,000 because we know we're not going to be in a position. We've only borrowed 10,000 so far, so it's not like we've borrowed a huge amount. So there we go, borrowed 5,000. We'll be able to pay that off really quickly. We want pallets. We want to have a look, and we want the cheapest fertilizer we can get. So fertilizer 2,800 for 3,000 litres. I want 1,000 litres, which is what these fertilizer barrels are a little bit more than that. There's not anything less than that, but I really like these. These are really cost effective. So yeah, we're going to get these fertilizer barrels. So we'll just go buy one of those. They're slightly smaller. And there we go. So we will just drive up beside this. That will easily fit in the tank of our horse sprayer here. So refill that like so. There we go. 1,536 litres. We head back. Before I head back, I just want to check something quickly. Fertilizing field 24 and field 6 and field 17. 9,000 for that. I just kind of wonder. Yeah, see, 2.8, that would be enough to pay for the fertilizer we just bought. As would field 24. Field 24 must be near our field somewhere. Because we've got 21 and 22 down here. Where is field 24? The field numbers are a little bit all over the place. Yeah, field 24 is up there. So we could go and spray that. We probably have enough for that. We also, field 6, which is less. Field 6 is... Oh, field 6 is right here. So while we're up here, we're going to accept this contract. We don't need to borrow the items. And we're just going to go and spray field 6. And immediately get the money back that we've spent on this fertilizer. Which, it's a small field, so it'll take us next to no time to do as well with this sprayer. Absolutely perfect. Unfold our sprayer. This little field has been good to us. But yeah, that is the way to do it. Is save yourself some money. We'll immediately be able to repay our loan. Wow, this almost goes straight across this entire field. Turn it on and away we go. And yeah, this will be one run up and one... In fact, I don't think it's even going to be one run back. Look at the width that our sprayer covers on this field. If we stick to where the field definition is, yeah, then this will be perfect. So it was up and back, and our contract is done. Absolutely perfect. So we can come off here and we can just collect this contract. So nice, quick contract. Straight back into here. Repay. And there we go. That is... so we have now not borrowed any more money than we had. And we have in our tank over 1,000 litres of fertilizer. So perfect. Now we could have... The easier way to, a better way to have done that would possibly have been to have grabbed that contract first, and then done this. Then we wouldn't have had to borrow the money. But as it works out, that has worked for us really nicely. So we will get this back to our farm. And yeah, that will be done. Now, the corn we're going to be planting in the next game day, that is, we're actually going to be doing silage with that. So the idea with the corn is silage. We don't have any pigs. The pig farm is here. We're kind of leaving pigs to other maps, even though I think pigs and seasons are probably the best animals to have, as well as horses if you've got the horse helper mod. And it's just, yeah, they are absolutely brilliant pigs. You can make money on them, which is why I'm looking at what we can do with the sheep. So I'm going to do a little bit of research on the sheep next time, and see how we can make some money from them on top of wool, because obviously we have lambs, and we need to figure out how we can make money from the lambs, especially the male lambs, because they will not produce any wool at all. Right, so there we go. We want to unfold this here. I'll put that out in a minute. There we go. Should be in a good position to get this done. But yeah, this is the last bit of spraying we need to do on this. I have a feeling that our cornfield is going to be really well fertilized, because we have oilseed radish in it at the moment, and it just needs finishing off with the corn just the other side there. So that should do. The patches in our big wheat field is disturbing, but we'll see what kind of yield we get off there in the end. But yeah, we do have a lot of holes in that wheat field, a lot of failed crop, unfortunately. And it wasn't too bad a winter, but at the same time, it does not seem to have handled that well. So let's go up to the edge with this. That is too far. I need to keep that end out of the hedgerow. There we go. And that is that covered as well. Perfect. Last little bit, and that will be us done for the day. Having actually achieved everything I wanted to achieve today. We're not able to spray those two fields that are nearly ready for harvest. Unfortunately, they have gone way too far for us to do that. That's unfortunate. We do have a little bit of weeding to do. We need to do some weeding in our canola. So we might get some herbicide next time and do that. I think we might have a little bit. We only need a little bit. We don't need a massive amount for that. And we could probably spray our grass fields at some point. But otherwise, that is all good. But yeah, so that basically covers us for today. It's been a busy day, but we've got a lot done. This may be a slightly longer episode as a result, because I know I've been talking a bit more than normal. Yeah, I'm going to leave this here. It's a good time for us to end. So all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. And for the latest videos and live streams from Virtual Farmer, please subscribe to the channel and ring that bell. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.